guys, today we're here with my monthly makeup basket. We're going to be picking through the acrylic drawer set on top of my desk, and I'll be showing you everything that I want to use throughout the month. I've got some brand new products I want to test out, some old favorites, a few staples. If you're curious about this look, I filmed a video, but I will have all the products listed down below if you are curious to check it out beforehand, and that tutorial will be up in the next couple uploads. But let's go ahead and get started. So here is the entire unit that I use for my monthly makeup basket. It is from Posh Organizers. I will link to them down below, but let's go ahead and get started in the top. For makeup prep, I have the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Spray. I think this might have been in my basket last month, but I've really been liking it. And then this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Skin Booster. It's a serum, but it really does absorb into your face quite quickly, so it's nice for oily skin, and it's got hyaluronic acid. Then I have the Sephora Beauty Amplifier Set and Refresh Spray. Basically, this can be used to set your makeup or to refresh it throughout the day, so I haven't actually tried this yet. And then the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Spray. I've used this a few times now, and I have been enjoying it. Moving into drawer number 1, I have foundations and primers in here. So I have the Urban Decay De-Slick Complexion Primer. This was in my basket last month, but I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. And then this is newer to me. It is the Stila Aqua Glow Perfecting Primer. It's like a stick primer, so it's supposed to help with your pores. And then for a drugstore primer this month, I'm going to be testing out the Neutrogena Shine Control. For foundations this month, I'm going to be testing out the Body Shop Fresh Nude Cushion. The Maybelline Cushion really surprised me. I never expect cushion products to work on my oily skin, so here's hoping for this one. I have the Body Shop Bronzing Drops. These are their drops of sun. Because I'm just back from vacation, I'm quite deep, so those are good to have on hand to mix in with any foundations. Then I have a whole bunch of drop foundations, so the Clinique BIY Blend It Yourself Pigment Drops, the Hard Candy Glamouflage Mix In Pigment Makeup Drops, which I used in a recent video. I will link to that down below, along with the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I have a review on this, and then these two I plan to review during the month as well, hopefully. It is the Pure Bare It All Foundation, and then the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. Moving on to drawer number 2, this is where you'll find the concealers, powders, and some brow products. I have the Essence, some new Essence launches. I have a video on their 2017 collection, so I will link to that down below. This is their Eyebrow Gel, which is like a pomade, and then I have their Eyebrow Duo. This is the Make Me Brow Duo. I also have another powder from Maybelline. This is part of their Brow Drama line, so I haven't tested that out yet. And then for powders, I have this one from Dior. It is their Invisible Loose Powder that's supposed to help mattify, so I'm really curious to try that out. The Rimmel Stay Matte, which I haven't tried in so long, that's supposed to be translucent. The Hard Candy Sheer Envy Bake, Brighten, and Set. Again, I use that in the Hard Candy video. And then the Derma Blend Powder Foundation, which I'm really excited to try that because I love their liquid foundation. Also for brows this month, I have this guy, which is the Brow Precise Micro Pencil from Maybelline. Oddly enough, this is in the shade Auburn, but works for me. It is not too red, but the problem that I've had with this is that it continues to crack, and these pencils do not have that much product in it, so if it cracks, like even like a millimeter, that's like 2 or 3 brows worth, so that's really annoying to me, but otherwise I do like the way it looks on my brows. For concealers this month, I have the Bye Bye Under Eye from IT Cosmetics, the Dior Flash Luminizer. I've really been into like a light makeup application, and this is just such a nice light concealer. And then I have the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in a shade for my under eye, and then a shade for spot concealing. Moving on to drawer number 3, we have bronzers and contour right here, 2 eye bases, along with some eyeliners, and brow products as well. That's overflow because I've got a lot of stuff I want to test out this month. Sorry if that glare is really annoying you of my ring light. I'm trying to like angle things away from it, but this is the Forever Flawless pressed powder from Georgiana, and I actually picked this up while on vacation in Curacao, and it's a face powder, but I thought I could use it as a bronzer. I picked it up in a little bit of a deeper shade. Then I have this NARS Duo in the shade Melina, and I actually got this through the Buns Facebook page, which if you live in Toronto, it's a makeup trading page. I will link to it down below. And then this is from Burberry. It looks quite light, but I used it to contour my nose and I liked it, so I want to test it out and see how it fares on my face. I have 2 drugstore eye bases that I'm really excited to try. This first one is from Revlon. It is one of their cream eyeshadows in the shade 715, and basically it's kind of like maybe a clay color is how I would describe it. Not super warm, not super cool, so I feel like it'll work well for everything. And then same can be said for this one from Annabelle. This is their eye primer. So I'm always on the hunt for good eyeshadow primers, especially from the drugstore. I have really oily eyelids and not much work, so I will let you know how these go. I have a few eyeliners here. This one is actually an eye primer from Arbonne, and I tested this out the other day. You'll see that in an upcoming video, but I do like it so far. The Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, this is like a 100-point perk that I'm working through. The YSL Shocking Liner, another kind of felt tip, and then this one from Joe I'm really excited to try. Even just like the packaging on it looks super luxe. It's a beautiful blue, so I'll probably try this in the waterline or on the lower lash line. So I have 3 mascaras in here, all from the drugstore. The first is the Essence False Lashes Mascara, the Dramatic Volume Unlimited. I picked this up after my Essence video went up because I still do want to try it, and I'm working on an Essence mascara video, so we'll see how this goes. Haven't tried it yet. From Rimmel, this is their Scandalize Reloaded, and then the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Mascara. And then some more brow stuff. This is the Annabelle Brow Show. This is their new eyebrow shaping gel, the Legendary Brow from Charlotte Tilbury, along with the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift. And you'll see this in an upcoming video, but this surprised me. It may be kind of great. I will report back because it is kind of a higher price item, but so far loving it. And then here in this drawer I just have a couple palettes. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, which I mentioned in a recent, or no, that video's not up yet. It's coming. It is a video all about blushes from the drugstore. Then I noticed that this was still on the Sephora Canada website, so I thought I would bring it up, and I thought I would start using it again this month because I didn't want to. Okay, Samantha, come on. I can do it. I can do it. Here we go. Strong magnet. This palette is still up on the Sephora website in combination with the eye palette, which I haven't actually tried, but this is really, really gorgeous. I love the selection in here, doubles as eyeshadows. And then this blush is from Marc, which they are kind of like, it's a part of the Avon brand, but it's kind of like the younger part of Avon brand. So this is their Cheek Magnet, which is a blush, and this is in the shade Mauve Forward. In this next drawer, we have even more cheek products because if I don't have enough in here, I start reaching for other things and then it totally just defeats the purpose. So I have this MAC Extra Dimension Strobing Skin Finish in the shade Beaming Blush, which I love. Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, the Physicians Formula Strips in Vegas Strips. I'm working on a drugstore highlighter video. Then I've really been dabbling back again in MAC Copper Tone, which is one of my all-time favorite blushes. And this one is gorgeous too, from Face Atelier, perfect for this time of year. It's not really showing. The camera's really washing out, but it's a gorgeous like peachy shade. This is a Maybelline Master Highlight in the shade Mauve, which I own but have never really played around with, like maybe used it twice. This is a new Canadian brand available at Sephora. It's the brand Stellar, and this looks beautiful. It's their blush, but I think it's going to be more like a blush topper or highlight in the shade Eclipse. And then I wanted to break this guy out again because this used to be one of my favorite blushes of all time. It is from Sleek in the shade Sahara. If you love these kind of shades on your eyes and cheeks, this is a beautiful matte kind of terracotta shade. And then lastly, the bottom drawer of this is a little bit deeper, so I can fit some bigger things in here, but right now I don't really have anything that's bigger to go in there, so I've just got some eyeshadow palettes and lip products. So this is the Rimmel Magnifies shadow palette. This got 12 different shades in here in the shade London's Calling. They've got 3 of them. I'm working on a blog post and actually a Rimmel video. I'm working on a lot of stuff, as you can tell by this video. But I was pretty impressed with the pigmentation on these. It kind of reminds me of the Naked 3, but I did not like the Naked 3 because they're just not my kind of shades, but these lean a little bit more me, I guess. And then I bought this e.l.f. quad not long ago. It's in the shade Golden Goddess, and I think it just looks so nice. It swatched really nicely, quite powdery, but I think it was $2. And then the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette came back in stock recently, and that inspired me to pull it out because I love it. I mean, look at those shades, so, so pretty. And then I also thought I would break out a ColourPop shadow. Lord knows I'll probably never reach for it because I buy them and I don't use them. I don't know what it is, but I really want to make use of this shade because I love it. It's in the shade Game Face. So I have 3 more traditional lipsticks in here. This first one is kind of interesting. It's new from Stila in the shade Grayson, and there's 3 of them. They're these like Calming Color Bombs, I think they call them, and this is like a gray tint that's supposed to transform like deeper shades and brown shades, and they've got 2 other different versions, so I'll have to test that out. Then this is from that brand Stellar, the Canadian brand I mentioned, in the shade Dark Matter, and then this is a sleek VIP lipstick in the shade Shop Light, I think it is. I'll link to everything down below. Then from my friends Mary and Charlotte, I love these lipsticks from Mary Kay. I would have talked about them last year, but they're so good, and I always forget to mention them, but this one is in the shade Poppy Please, and then this is my first ever Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Kidman's Kiss. And then lastly, I have a Sephora cream lip stain in the shade number 15. And then this is from Quo's Spring Collection. It is one of their matte lip crayons in the shade Almond Nude. Almond Nude? Yeah. Which is a little bit light on its own for me, but with a lip liner, it's a gorgeous shade and a really, really comfortable formula. There's a beautiful pink in the line as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!